Hello and welcome to episode 701. I'm Laura, also known as Lala.
I am Leslie, also known as You Don't Call Me Les. Today is Wednesday, June 18th,
I can't believe it's the
2025.
18th already. My summer
Yep,
vacation is half over.
and 1 month from now we will be in the thick of SSK.
Yep.
So that's exciting. Um, yeah,
Ooh,
oh, and
not
Laura and
even
I
a
both
month.
use the she, her pronouns. Forgot to say. Yeah, I am in the middle of an annoying row of knitting. So do you want to go first?
I can. I have I don't know, 15 stitches left, but I can talk about what I'm doing and then
Sure.
show. So I am working on the outline tee, which is a Jessie made pattern. It's basically a stockinette t-shirt and then you drop some stitches at the very end. And I am working on the left front. So I am around halfway through the left front. I'm finishing up my decreases on the V-neck. There's my little V-neck. And so I'll have the other side of that to go. And then the back, which is on a holder. So I'm around, I would say halfway through the whole shirt. It gets little mini sleeves that are like that long. Um, And that's good because I only have I have this to finish the fronts and then this for the back and then sleeves. So I have three, like 2.5 balls left. So I'm getting close. But the back is just plain straight like up. So once I get there, it'll be plain stockinette. I have around 8 more rows on this and then some, so it'll be like that. And some short rows to do
Yeah.
for the shoulders. Um, and then that half will be done. So making some progress. I was working on this on the plane and an older gentleman beside me was just staring at me and he was like, "You're like a machine." So I don't know if I'm flattered by that or not. I did make the amazingly smart decision to put a stitch marker because the decreases happen a certain amount of stitches before the end of the row, and I was like, I'm
Mhm.
just gonna put a stitch marker right after where those decreases would be, so I don't even have
Yeah.
to think about counting as I'm on an airplane at 1 a.m.
Yeah, that's
So,
smart.
I did that. I really like this wool cotton blend. It is by Queensland. I went and looked if they had more at house, but they did not. So it is a wool cotton blend. It is a light fingering weight. I'm thinking about so House of Yarn just started carrying oh, what's the yarn that you ordered from Kimber? Um
Uh,
Gee, that sweater.
Olive.
Yes, knitting for Olive.
Yes.
So they have a whole wall of knitting for Olive and they have the 100% silk. So if I like this, like when I finish it, I might pick up some of that in like a green that's really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I decided to wait until after I finish this before I buy more yarn to knit a second one. I'm hoping that it will be a great crop piece to wear over dresses. Um, and if I do blue and green, that is basically that gray and purple is my whole wardrobe. So, it was I had an interesting discussion with people on the Ply Zoom, Guild Zoom the other day. I feel like there are people who buy like the same outfits in different colors. That is
Mm-hmm.
100% me. I find something I like and I will buy it in a ton of different colors.
Yep.
And the same with like making, like I could make another recalibrate right now. Like I love
Mm-hmm.
that sweater. I have two already. I would knit another one in a heartbeat. So, when I find a pattern I like, I've reached this like point in my knitting that I want the finished objects and I enjoy the process of knitting, but like I'm fine with just plain stockinette. I don't need
Mm-hmm.
cables, I don't need fancy lace. I am just at a point I think mentally where I just need some stockinette. So,
And I think that
that
like
is
ebbs and flows naturally for all of us, like as we go through our crafting
yeah.
whatevers. Like sometimes you're in the mood for something super complicated and fancy just because you want, not necessarily just because you want the finished item, but like that's a
Or you
part
want
of
to,
it.
yeah, learn the technique or
Mm-hmm.
whatever else.
And
The
sometimes
other,
it's just
it's
about
just,
our comfort knits.
yep, kind of like I have a lot of comfort reading going on too. And then the other thing that I have on the needles is I'm in the middle of a heel turn, a pair of socks.
No,
So I am turning the heel on these nomadic socks. I don't have the paper with me, so I don't know what colorway it was. Um, but yeah, I'm in the middle of a heel turn. I started the heel turn on our way to McKay's. So mom and I went to one of my we went to a couple of my favorite places on Monday. We went to McKay's, which is a giant used bookstore, and I picked up my children love cookbooks, and so I picked up a bunch of used like teen cookbooks for them for like $5-6 a piece that were in really good shape in paperback, so I'll have to cover them, but still. And then we went to Trader Joe's and I got some shortbread and jam sandwiches and other yummy travel items for the trip home. So, yeah, I started that on that car ride and I apparently put it away without finishing turning the heel. It's fine.
classic. Yep.
Yep. So that is those two things are what I have been actively knitting on. What have you been actively knitting on?
So most of my focus this week has been on the hipster top, which is a Hohi Locatelli pattern. And it's just a simple striped top. And it's got this little shoulder detail. And uh, so I had the right front done and was just starting the left front last time we record, or the back, I'm sorry, last time that we recorded. And this is at a terrible place to actually show you because I'm in the middle of a row, of course, but I've got the back done to the bottom of the arm
Cool.
pit. So I did the stripes to match the front.
Nice.
And then now I'm currently on the shoulder section. I'm on the row where you drop all the yarn overs and do the like cable cross or whatever to
That's a
get the
long,
stitches.
those rows take a little bit longer.
Yeah. Um, and I probably shouldn't be doing that while attempting to record a podcast, but um, doing it live. So yeah, working on that. Then I'll do the left front, and then it gets all joined together. I haven't read that far ahead because I never do because I'm a poor planner that way. And then the other thing that I'm working on is a pair of socks. Although right now it is just a single sock. And this is out of the strong sock base in the cityscapes color of Another Crafty Girl.
It's so pretty.
So I'm working on the heel flap now. Got maybe another,
Oh, it's fun how the pooling changed
yeah. So
because
this
you're
is
only going
all in
half.
the round, and then this is back and forth for the heel flap. So I've got maybe another 3/4 of an inch on the heel flap. Then I'll do the heel turn, pick up the stitches, do the gusset. So this is just my sort of standard 72 stitch sock on a size 1 needle. Um, I don't know how many stitches I'm getting to the inch, somewhere between 8 and 9, I would guess. Um, and I just sort of pick this up when I need a brain break because this other sweater requires me to change yarn every 2 or every 6 rows. It just sort of depends on what's going on. I'm gonna have so many ends to weave in. It's gonna be obscene, but um
That'll be good during like our Zooms or Patreon Zooms or something.
yeah, or I
Good
can
project for that.
yeah, just I can pick away at it during work, 10 minutes during a meeting or whatever. Um But yeah, that's mostly what I've been working on. I don't have a finished object, but I have like Amanda suggested I do a parade of failures. I have a dog that likes to eat knitwear.
Oh, I
Um,
mean, I
w-
wouldn't call that failures. I would call that like destruction because it's not like you failed in making
right.
something.
It's destruction's probably a better word. Yeah. But do you have any finished objects? I don't want to take over if you've
I
got
do not
anything.
have any finished objects. I do have some spinning, but that's it.
Okay. So, um, one of the dogs is Owen, and he's not quite a year old. Um, and he's like 70, 75
It'll
pounds.
be a year in like September or October, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Um,
still a baby.
and when he gets bored, he gets destructive. And he destroys not just my things, right? But the things of mine that he does destroy tend to be hand knits. And part of that is just because I have a lot of hand knits and I wear a lot, especially of hand knit socks. Oh, so I'm wearing the eyelet raglan. This is the thing that I finished last week and showed, but I wasn't wearing it, so I thought I would show. So this is by Layla Raven. The front and the back are identical. So nice little eyelet pattern with Suri alpaca or mohair contrast. Um, but yeah, so since I moved here in November, I have like 16 pairs of socks that now need to be repaired. Some of them are irreparable, so I'll show you. Two of them were immediately thrown away because there was just no fixing, so I don't have those anymore to show. But several pairs, some of them aren't all dog related, but like this one, I need to make this bigger so that I can see. So like this one, I need to tink that back, although this is top down probably, so I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that, but whatever, I need to
You could
fix
just do
that.
visible men there.
Yeah, it wouldn't be stretchy, but that's okay. And then I have several pairs that are like this, where I've got just like a hole, which might have been moth damage. I haven't seen any here, and Christine says that they don't really get carpet beetles or moths here. I don't know. I haven't seen any, but a lot of these socks I hadn't seen or worn in a long time. They were like bottom of the drawer. So once I moved, they got pulled out, and you know, so it may just be that some of these have been there for a while and I just didn't notice. Yeah, this one's got like a hole there.
Oh my.
So some of them are small things that need to be fixed. There's another one there. So I need to have like a week of visible mending there.
Oh,
These are Willens and Nosh, really love them. These
yeah.
are Gail's art
Oh,
in graffiti, I think.
yeah.
Um, these Jude knit for me. These, I do not remember who these were. Um, these were Scrumptious Pearl, I think. And I can't remember who these were.
That looks like nomadic to me.
It could be. Like, I truly don't remember. This is Perfect Day, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
This one's got a hole. Um, let's see. This one, so has already been repaired once. And then its mate has got a hole in the cuff. And now we get into destruction, like intentional destruction. So,
Oof.
got some there. I think that was, and this, I think was that dyer that, like, if you knit things in a certain stitch pattern, you would get like clouds. I can't remember what
Like
that dyer's.
designs by Abby or something.
I don't know. It was ages and ages ago. I can't remember. Um, these were cranked, and I don't remember who the dyer was. I want to say it was Lime and Violet. Didn't they die? They dyed yarn, right?
Yes, they
Yeah, I
did.
think.
Wow,
But yeah,
that's a blast from the past. Oof.
so
Yeah,
that's been
that's
totally
not.
destroyed. But
Yeah,
like, I could make these into shorties.
you
Like I
could.
could,
Yeah, absolutely.
so I might do that. Um,
You can cut
these
and
you knit for
unravel.
me,
Yeah,
and
it's Desert Vista dye works.
it's have been chomped out. Um,
Is he like
another
going
one.
into your hamper? That's so weird.
Some of it is like before I put my clothes away, everything's folded and it's in a hamper and it's on the floor. But so
Yeah.
some of these are like they were clean and folded and he took them out. And
Oh,
and some of it's like
naughty
I'll take
puppy.
off my socks and put them on the back of the couch while I go and get a drink or whatever, and then he'll grab them. Um, and then these, I don't remember the dyer for these either, but this was today's. So
I'm
it's
sorry, that
all,
sucks.
so yeah, it's like they're things, right? And it's, I'm not going to let it ruin my life, but it also represents a lot of hours of work. Like,
Yeah,
so it's a real bummer. And I'll mend when I can, but some of it isn't fixable.
yeah,
Um, but I can always knit more socks. I certainly have the yarn to knit more socks, but
yeah.
um,
There'll be self-striping people at SSK.
yeah, and I probably have 100 skeins of self-striping yarn. Like I'm not running short on that. So, um, but yeah, there will be self-striping vendors at SSK, and we do have a few spots open for SSK if you're interested in attending. SSK is
Yeah.
our annual retreat that we do in July. It's in Nashville, Tennessee, and you can go to supersummerknittogether.com if you're interested in attending. There is a sign up form there. Um, I don't have any spinning, but you said you did.
I do. It has not had its bath yet, but it is wound off. So I plied the very squishy wool in colorway on Targi. I had spun this on my ladybug during the wool in retreat in Wisconsin, and then plied it up also on a ladybug with a woolly winder. And it's weird, the woolly winder does not hold 4 ounces. So um, I
That is
always
weird.
forget that. And then it goes off, but because it's the woolly winder layers, it's like a disaster when it goes off because I never catch it on the first time it goes off the front.
Yeah.
It's always like the fifth one. So there's like 5 layers I have to peel back to get the bobbin fixed. But it is done. It is squishy. It reminds me of like strawberry lemonade limeade. Um, so I think zinnias were the basis of the colorway, some kind of gardens outside the
The
Sausier
inspiration.
that Jean Marie takes care of. So really, really pretty. And I spun a ton the past week, but none of it I can show because it was all samples. I was in Bend recording for the Ply Spinners Guild, and so I'll have some segments coming out on that. So that
Exciting.
yeah, it's very exciting. It was a very fun time. JC's a lovely hostess and her whole family is very sweet and kind. Her puppy did not warm up to me very
Oh,
quickly, but we made it there in the end, I think. I think we were buddies in the end. The cats loved me, and I miss having cats, so it was a
yeah.
nice little cat break as well. So yeah, I have no idea about yardage on that because I haven't given its bath yet. But it's a fun little skein.
Yeah, it's
Um,
happy.
yeah, on that trip, I finished reading all the Reese Ford Sinner's Gin books. I reread that whole series, including the short stories book and the Port in the Storm, which comes after, which is a great book. Um, and I am listening to 415 Inc.
Mm.
On audio. So, rereading all those books.
So those are all male male romance, yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Um, yep. So adults, yeah. So good, kind of like comfort rereads for me. I reread them every couple of years. I wish she would go back to the 415 Inc. series. I really, really like those characters. So, yeah, maybe someday. But
Did
that
you and your
is,
parents watch anything while you were with them?
we watched, let me think. We watched some Brokenwood Murder Mysteries. The new season of that just came out recently in the past couple months. But no, I was only there like 3 days total.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we did other things. We just kind of hung out and chilled. We parallel played. Like I would be reading, Weezy would be reading, Mom would be reading all at the same time in the
And what would Pearl
recliner.
be doing?
Pearl would just be sleeping on her bed that her Oma makes her. Um, my mom cooked a lot, so that was very good. She made homemade pizza from using the King Arthur recipe.
Yeah.
Um, and she made chocolate chip cookies for my dad for Father's Day, and we went out to a really nice restaurant for Father's Day as well.
Oh,
So, had a good time. For
that's
the limited
good.
time I was there, they took very good care of Pearl, and she's very sad to be back with me. Although her friends will be coming over in around an hour, so that'll perk her right back up.
Yeah, she can be mischievous and go through people's bags. Um, let's see, I listened to a book called Nether Station, which was like a sci-fi with a sort of a tiny hint of cosmic horror in it, and it was okay. I don't know that I'll listen to it again.
No giant spiders in that one.
No giant spiders in that one. Um, it's about a wormhole on the edge of the galaxy. Um, but yeah, it was okay. I'm still reading Our Wives Under the Sea, which is pretty good. It's um, I don't really know. Still, it's sort of like female romance sci-fi kind of.
Okay. Mermaid?
Um,
Oh no, that's not that's like deep sea exploration. Like I said, it sounded like
yes,
Sequest. Yeah.
yes. And then I'm listening to a new book called Of Monsters and Mainframes by Barbara Truelove. And it's sort of campy science fiction. And one of the main characters is the AI of like this transport vessel in the year 24 something. Um, and it's like I'm only a few chapters into it, but it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. And I'm listening to like back episodes of Maintenance Phase, Patreon. Um, I think they call it Maintenance Phase After Dark, but it's just their Patreon episodes. Um, yeah, and speaking of Patreon, so if you are interested, you can support us on Patreon
That is
or
true.
any of your favorite creators. Maybe not any, but any that are on Patreon.
A lot of people have
So
moved to
it's
Substack, which is fun as well.
hmm. Um, I I subscribe to someone on Substack who does dense bean salads, which I know is strange. It's like cold salads with like meats and cheeses and vegetables and
Okay.
dressings, and you can make like a week's worth at once and then just eat off of it. So yeah. But Patreon, you can support us at patreon.com/TheKnitGirls. Lots of podcasters are on there, like um, sculptural or paint artists or musicians or
Nitty's on
poets
there.
or
Yeah.
yeah, Nitty is on there. Like all of your favorite people are probably on there, all of your creators.
I really like the new issue of Nitty. It just came out.
Yeah, there's a pair of socks that I'm interested in trying. There's a heel in
Yep.
there that can be knit from the bottom up or the top down. And it's an interesting looking heel, so I want to try that. Um, but yeah, that's mostly what I've been listening to, um, and or reading.
SSK classes are up, the rosters are up. So, people, if you have not already checked out to see what classes you are in, it is linked on the supersummerknittogether.com. And if you have any questions or would like to add a class, just let me know. You can email me or send me a message on Discord.
And you can message Laura by just emailing Laura at TheKnitGirls with three L's
Yep.
.com. And our show notes, which we try to link everything that we've talked about, are on our website, which is TheKnitGirls with three L's.com. I don't think I have anything else that I wanted to talk about. Do you have anything else?
Stash Dash is going on
Oh
in the
yeah.
Discord. It's very it's moving fast. I love seeing everything that people are finishing. I'll be teaching at Winterfest, which is the Maryland Sheep and Wool Virtual Festival. It is the last day of January and the first day of February of 2026. So I will be there, and I will also be in Wisconsin at the Madison Knitters Guild in March teaching. Well, talking and maybe teaching. So those are some things that are upcoming for me. You can also see both of us at SSK and at
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin Sheep and Wool. I'm taking a class there. I'm super excited. But we will both be at both those places, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's rare to
I'm
catch us in the same place at the same time.
I'm on the wait list for a couple of classes at Wisconsin Sheep and
Oh,
Wool because
fun.
I didn't sign up quick enough. So maybe I'll get in, maybe I won't. We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to go and hang out with the crew and munch and shop and chat. So
Yeah,
it's going to be fun.
it will be fun.
I don't have anything else. So I guess I'll let you get to prepping for your knit night, and we will talk to everybody next week. Bye,
Bye,
y'all.
y'all.